Okay, Tuesday. So let me think about this. Is my microphone working? I think it is. It's got a green light. Yes, got to get in the habit of this microphone business. Uh, so I'm going to say this is a pull-up day. So it's not only pull-ups, but pull-ups is what I'm going to film. So there's going to be a bunch of weighted pull-ups. Then I'm going to do a few body weight pull-ups. Then it's all pretty minor stuff, which I'm not going to film. Cable face pulls, calf raises, and then after that, I'm going to go for a weighted vest walk for about an hour or so. So, yeah, it's a relatively moderate day, I suppose. But it'll be quite long. Uh, so pull-ups, I wouldn't say are my main concern. On my progress chart, I've got 11 wide pull-ups so far has been my best attempt. So that's the wide grip. I got 11, and according to my goals, which I've set for this particular phase of my training, I only need 12. However, I'm gonna make a game of it, so I'm gonna do weighted pull-ups on this V handle, yeah, and I'm not holding anything back. I'm gonna go for it pretty hard. Well, if my elbow will stand it, if I've got a bit of golfer's elbow, I think it is. I suspect it comes from squatting, so I don't think that the culprit is particularly, these elbow flexion moves. I think it's holding the bar in the low bar squat position. Okay. Anyway, not to worry. So I'm just going to do a single rep. I suppose so. Last bit of warm up, I suppose. So I've done a lot of band stuff, dislocates, and swung a mace around, and swung my clubs around. So just going to do a single rep. That's all it is. And then we're going to go to pull-ups. I'm going to take a 3-minute timer. Now, I've got written 4 sets of 6. So I've got a bit of a plan here. Yeah? So I'll just read out the plan for the next few weeks. So this is only on Tuesday. So for these weighted pull-ups, 4 sets of 6, 4 sets of 6, 4 sets of 5, 4 sets of 5, 5 sets of 4, 5 sets of 4. And then finally, at the end, it says test with an AMRAP. So I'll take that to be a weighted AMRAP. But anyway, as you can see, it's basically the reps tend to diminish and the weight's going to go up and up, hopefully. As I say, this is only the Tuesday session. Anyway, now 4 sets of 6. I haven't achieved that. I can see, even with 10 kilos. But I've got 3 sets of 6 with 10 kilos. In the not too distant past. So I'm going to be silly and go for 15 kilos. Now, 15 kilos, to tell the truth, I don't think that I can hit sets of 6. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. So I've got 2 weeks worth of 6s. So kick off with 15. If it's too heavy, we'll see what happens next. I'll adjust it next week. But we'll see. Okay, wish me luck. 6 reps, hopefully. Hopefully I don't pull my bicep off. stop at 5. Definitely hard enough. Okay, I got 5 anyway. Not bad. Not ideal. But I say, this repeats next week, 4 sets of 6. So maybe next week I'll get some 6s in the mix. But I'm pretty sure 4 sets of 5 is not hurting anything. Or whatever this transpires. So maybe I'm not. Maybe today I'm going to suspect it's going to be something like, I don't know, possibly another set of 5, then a set of 4, then maybe a set of 3. I'm going to guess. That's just a good guess. That's all it is. As I said, I didn't really know what to base this on, because I look back in my book and I did have 10 kilos for 3 sets of 6. So I thought, let's be a bit more ambitious. So, I mean, there must be some carryover between doing these weighted V-handle pull-ups and the wide grip pull-ups. As regards my goals, I'm going to test it on the wide grip. Reason being is that I can easily get, reason being is that I can already get 12 body weight on the V handle. I can already do that. So I thought, okay, make a game of it, make a challenge of it, do it wide. Okay, a few seconds to go. Get back in, strap back in. So, definitely going to go for set of 5. I'm going to go for it. Whether I get it, that's up to the gods. Yes, a hard set of 5. Okay, I'm going to have a slight change of plan. So rather than go down to sets of 4 and 3, I'm going to drop the weight down to 10 kilos. So, tactics. Tactics means what you actually do during the event. So it's not the planning, it's the during. So I'm going to make a tactical decision to drop down to 10 kilos. So great military mind, eh? Great military mind. But that's my tactical choice. So as I said, the plan was calling for sets of 6. So that's a strategy. The strategy is a planning beforehand, calling for 4 sets of 6. I tried 15 kilos. I got 2 sets of 5, and I don't think I get another set of 5. That was a real strain at the end. So I think best idea is to drop down in weight and aim for the 6s. Whether I get 6, I don't know, but I should get 5. Probably get 6. Thinking about it, probably get 6. Okay. So that's today's optimism gone. Used. If my friend Old School Strength is watching, can't recall if you gave your first name at any point. Can't recall. Anyway, Old School Strength, yeah. So this is all for our pull-up challenge. I've not got a particular date set for it. Put it this way, if I can't beat you in the near term, we'll go for the long term. If I beat you in the near term, that's it, that's the end. Okay, so hopefully 6. Yeah, but very hard. That was a hard 6. So 15 for 5, 15 for 5, 10 for 6. So I'm pretty close to the original idea of 4 sets of 6. So I imagine the next set's going to be 5. A good guess. I notice that when I start using heavy weights and the low reps, then the drop off between sets is much less pronounced. So for example, if I got, I don't know, say 20 kilos, I got 5 reps, I would really expect the next set to be 4 reps. Not much of a drop off. But I've noticed that when I get sort of like body weight for high reps, then the next set is often sort of like 30-40% down. I think very likely because nearly all my training historically has been that sort of like heavy low rep stuff. So I'm probably much more capable of regenerating and putting out those efforts. Whereas the high rep stuff, low weight, high rep, really saps me. I suppose like everything else. Everything else there's no magic to it. You get good at what you do. Okay, so half a minute. As I say, I reckon 5 reps is a good guess. And then I'm actually going to do some body weight. So this is quite an extended pull-up session. So warming up to the idea of pull-up competition. I mean, I'm not built for it though. That's it. I think old school fitness, if I remember correctly, he said he was something like 175 pounds. Yeah, it looks like he's a lot of those 175 pounds are on his upper body. So I think all of those things are going for him. Anyway, let me just get this out of the way. 5 reps. Oh, killer, but got it. Yeah, all those things are going for him. But, give him his due. He's quite a bit older than me. So I think he's in his later 60s, I believe. And I'm only 59. So relatively, I've got the advantage as regards age. But I would say it probably his build, etc., probably favours his pull-up numbers. I'm going to guess. Okay, so now we're going to go body weight. So I'll stick to the same 3-minute timer. I don't know. You know, I suspect that I'm not going to get many more reps, even though I've taken 10 kilos off. You know, the fatigue's coming. So let's make a guess. I don't know. What can we guess? 7. I'll guess for 7. No idea, to tell you the truth. I won't stop. I'll go through to the end. So I don't mind taking these, you know, these medium movements to failure. Anything, you know, the medium movements, the small movements, go to failure. They don't kill you. They don't drain you so much. So you can get away with it more. Okay, probably do another 3 sets. I think 3 sets of body weight. That's quite a pull-up session. Half a minute to go. Another fantastic day. Yeah, I love the sunshine. Really do. I mean, at some point it will get. Yeah, there'll be a few days of the year when it's too hot. You know, but rarely does that happen here in the UK. I mean, rarely do you get 30 degrees. Okay, what did I say? About 7. I'm going to guess about 7. We'll see. And we're sick at 6. Okay. Yeah, those first few reps just felt like nothing. Honestly, I thought, oh, I'm going to get loads, but then suddenly got past about four reps. But on, you know, rep 5, rep 6, bang, sort of like tidal wave of fatigue. But I'm gonna guess that the next set will be pretty close. I don't think it's. I don't think there'll be much of a drop off. So I'll probably get 5 reps coming up. I'm gonna guess. That's all. It makes no difference. I don't simply say I'll get 5 reps and then stop. 5 reps is just a guess. So a couple more sets of these pull-ups. That'll be the end of the filming. Then it's cable face pulls and calf raises, which I'm not going to film. Quite little boring to watch, I suppose. All useful stuff. I mean, I think both of those moves, face pulls and calf raises, are injury preventers. Yeah. I'm pretty sure my shoulders are fairly knackered anyway. Yeah. So I'm shutting the stable door when the horse is bolted, as regards the shoulder work. You know, I should have done it when I was younger and I didn't, like a fool. But yeah, live and learn. But also, you know, the calf work. You know, I tend to be very prone to calf pulls. So it's probably, you know, because I like running. I think the combination of running and you know, relatively high body weight for a runner anyway. Yeah, relatively high body weight and running is a good combo for calf strains. So I always tend to sort of like stick some calf work in there. Again, it's not exciting, but I think it's a good idea. Okay, let's go again. Got the 5. Thought I'd get 5. Okay, one more. That's it. So I'll probably get 4. But I can't reduce the weight. So that's the state of play. I don't think you can see, can you? I mean, I think I'm not particularly getting smaller anymore, but I'm still remaining. I think I might be getting a little bit leaner. I don't know. It's hard to say, isn't it? Hard to say, but I don't think anything bad's happening. Let's say. I mean, I can see the abs, but I think it's quite deceptive, these screens. Anyway, last set on this. I've still got a minute and a half to go. Well, no, a minute to go. But I know I keep saying, I keep saying this, that, and the other on these videos, and there's a lot more said than done. I must admit, I've got to admit it. There's a lot more said than done. But I am trying to become consistent. I am trying to see things through. Problems being, sort of like niggling injuries and strains and little things that completely derail you. So as soon as for example, as soon as you get a calf twang, that's the end of running for a while. That affects your squatting, your deadlifting. As soon as you get elbow pains, that affects all the upper body stuff. It's all affected. But I did say I wanted to lean out, and well, I got a bit leaner, but I'm not too bothered about getting lean fast. Let's say. Okay, last one. What we're going to say. I don't know. 4 reps. I'm going to guess. Yeah, I gave it my all, that one, really. So 4 reps, a good hold at the end. So that's it. Yeah, I'm going to start filming. So good stuff. Nothing wrong with that little session. All right. So just to recap, 15 kilos, 5'5", 10 kilos, 6'5", body weight 654. Yeah, that's a good session on pull-ups, I think. So stop filming, do a little bit of extra stuff, small stuff, and then the second big event, which I'm going to do straight away after training, will be a weighted vest walk. So I would say I've noticed that as regards heart rate, if you walk after training, immediately your heart rate is elevated for quite a while. Yeah, so there's an effect from training that elevates your heart rate. So I think it's a good idea to walk straight away. We can argue about protein and all that sort of thing, but personally, I don't pay it much attention. I tend to find that, well, generally speaking, during the early part of the day, my eating is quite light, and then about, I don't know, early evening, let's say usually about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, then I'll eat something substantial, and that'll be about it, really. That's it. But I like to do my daily activities relatively not fasted, but without eating a great deal. And then at night, when I'm relaxed at night, do the digesting. Okay, that's it for today. I thought it was a good one. Yeah, definitely. No problem at all. Okay, bye.